What's up guys, Melikan here from MKAU Gaming, as usual bringing you the latest and greatest in video game news and reviews. And do I have a lovely little treat for you. I have a new camera, so hopefully we won't have the issues that we were having with my other one. But more excitingly, thanks to Wizards of the Coast and Double Jump Communications, we have this lovely little Magic the Gathering package that they've sent us. But also, I believe someone's been listening to these because I'm always commenting how it's been such a long time since I've played and I really have no idea. They've also sent us a starter kit. So this is the new Wilds of Eldraine set. And as you can see here, we have a commander deck, we have a bundle, we have 6 of the set boosters. These ones contain, I think it was 15 cards each. 12 cards each, I do apologise, I got that wrong. There you go, 12 cards. And then we've also got 6 of the collector booster packs. These ones have 15 cards in them. Now, because I don't know how to play, we are going to open this one first. I'm kind of hoping that things haven't changed, but this is what we're going to check out first. Let's get to it. Alrighty, so this here is our starter kit. Basically, it is, knock the camera, it is the best way to learn to play. It includes 2 ready-to-play decks. Now, if we flip it over, we've got 2 pre-built 60-card decks, each with 2 mythic and 6 rare cards to turn the tide of battle and kick off your collection. It also includes a booklet, so the Magic Play Guide. It'll come with codes to unlock both decks in Magic the Gathering Arena. Stay tuned, I'll give those away, first in, best dressed. And then it has 2 deck boxes. So, not sure how to do this one because I've never opened one of these before. It looks like we're just going to have to rip and tear. So that's what we'll do, we'll rip and tear. We'll get it off the camera so that... Alrighty. So first and foremost, we have our 2 boxes that we need to put together ourselves. Not that that is particularly difficult. They're you basically just fold them, tuck them in, and if you're not doing this in front of a camera, it's a little bit easier. But there we go. Ta-da! We have a deck box. I'm not going to do this one, but I will turn it over so you can see the pretty illustrations. But nice, quick and simple. They'll keep your cards all in one place. They are made out of cardboard, so they're going to offer better protection than nothing at all. But they are cardboard, so if you get them wet, just don't get them wet, basically. That's the easiest thing to do. Now, if we continue rummaging through the box, we also have the player's guide, or the play guide I should say, which I'm not going to go through this in too much detail, because obviously the main thing we want to do is open up a bunch of cards, but it effectively tells you how to play a game. I'm assuming, I haven't read this yet obviously because I've only just opened the box, but I'm assuming it tells you the basic version of the game. Could be wrong, I'll have to have a read of it. If we continue rummaging through the box, we have our 2 pre-made 60 card decks. Now I'm not going to go through these the way I do with other ones. However, I did mention that there are codes for Magic the Gathering Arena. So what we'll do is we'll open it up. We have our first one. Now this came from the deck with the Boonbringer Valkyrie. Boon, I think I said that right. Now again, this is first in, best dressed. So congratulations to whoever claims this one. Alrighty. Now that that's done, we'll have a quick look and see what colour the deck is. So what do we got? White cards, green cards, more white cards, more green cards, an artifact, a couple more. Alright, so this looks like it is predominantly a white and green deck. I never really played with the green ones when I was playing, so I don't know what they're like. But I did have a white deck that nobody could kill because it kept gathering a hell of a lot of life. Alright, so we're going to move on to this one with the shiny dragon. So this looks like it's a red deck. Probably got some other things in here as well. If I can... Oh, there we go, we got it open. Maybe. Okay, we've got it open. Now, once again, Magic the Gathering Arena. This is again a case of first in, best dressed. If you did get the previous code, I respectfully ask that you do not take this one. I want to give as many people a chance as possible. Feel free to chuck that in. Get yourself a brand new deck for Magic the Gathering Arena. Alright, that's those two done. Let's have a quick flick through and see what colours we have. So we've got the red one. We've got a red and blue one. Okay, so this looks like it's a red and blue deck. So we've got a few nice cards in here, as we'd expect. And this is everything you need to play a game. So these two decks, you can either build off of them, take things out that you want, take things out that you don't want, or you can use them as they are, or you could mix and match so that you've got a white and a red and a blue and a green. Do whatever you want, but these decks are pre-built. But with that being said, I believe it is time to move on to the main article, which is the Wilds of Eldraine. So, I don't know what we're going to open first yet. I'll decide on that in a moment. Okie dokie, so this is the Wilds of Eldraine bundle set, now with 8 set boosters. You've seen me open these before, obviously not this particular one because this one's fairly new. But, just to go back over it, we have an oversized spin down life counter, also known as a D20. 20 traditional foil and regular basic land cards. 8 12 card Wilds of Eldraine set boosters. An alternative art traditional foil Lich Knight's Conquest card. And a carry box. Plus 2 reference cards. Now, as I said, you've seen me open one of these before. I'm still going to open it. We're still going to have a look, because that dice looks kind of cool. And obviously, I mean, the cards are going to be cool as well, but, you know, shiny. So, let's get her open. And look, I actually did it properly that time. For once, I opened a box properly. Get my big hand out of the way. Right, we have our box. We'll pop that down there because I have also just noticed that we have this. So yeah, gingerbread people. And then a gingerbread person running away from Big Bad Wolf. So, I don't know if this is something to do with the fairy tales. But there we go. Know your role. Okie dokie then. So if we crack the top off of this one, we move that down here and we put that there. If we reach in here, we have our spin down life counter, which it's kind of hard for me to see properly in this light. I don't know about you, Got a little bit of a sparkle to it. But otherwise there's our D20. These packs are, I believe, well, I'm not sure about this one. This one I can kind of see into it. So this is our land cards, and judging on the thickness of that, there's about 20 cards in there. So we'll open this one up, because I think this might be our foils, maybe. We'll open that up, we'll flip it over, and sure enough, it is our foils. So that's the Lich Knight's Conquest. Give you a bit of a look at that one. Move that off to the side because I want to keep these all together. And then we have our foils, also known as shinies because they're shiny, in the land cards. And as usual, they've got some gorgeous art on them. I feel like sometimes the foil look does sort of, I wouldn't say ruin it, but it definitely makes it, I don't know, in my opinion, it feels not as good. But in saying that, I always like shiny things. So yes, that is our 20 foil cards, and I'm guessing that's the alternative art card. We may find out again as I look further in here. So as I pull these out, we have our 8 set boosters. Yes, I can count. And if I pull this out, okay, I'm still at a loss as to what these tokens are all for. I suppose you could use them for whatever you want. I've just noticed that packet's in frame. And then this is now empty, there's nothing in here, but we can use that to store our cards. Alright, so we are going to move on, and the next thing we are going to open is probably going to be the Commander deck. I'll see you in a bit. Okie dokie, so we have our Wilds of Eldraine Virtue and Valor Commander deck. Not sure if you can see in the light, but this is a green and white deck. Includes a collection booster sample pack, as well as 2 legendary traditional foils. If we flip it over, the pack itself has a 100 card deck with 10 new cards, a deck box, 10 double-sided token cards, foil etched display commander, a life wheel, which is basically a cardboard version, might not actually be cardboard, but it's one of those, just without being a dice. It's just, you spin it and it counts. And then a reference card. So again, yay, I'm learning. If we open this up, we'll have a look and see what we've got inside. Now, because this is a specific pre-built deck, this one I am going to go through because it is related to the Wilds of Eldraine release. I'm also going to try and make things a little bit prettier for the table. We'll see how we go with that. It's currently not working too well, so we're just gonna pop that there. There we go. It's open. Okay, now I don't recall seeing this previously in any of the Commander decks I've opened up. So we'll have a look at that in a moment. And now we're going to play with this. Now it doesn't look like much from the front. We've got a couple of tokens on the back. And then if I pop this open and drop this out, we have our deck with our commander on top. And I'll bring that up so you can have a closer look in a moment. We'll toss that out of the way. And then this was also in here. unfold this, have a look at it. There we go. I feel like that's going to be quite difficult to read, but oh, it gives you the commander rules. And then if we flip it over, ooh, alrighty. So we'll get this out of the way, and we'll crack this open so we can have a bit of a look. If I can, yay, maybe. Celebrated too early. A little bit premature. Come on. There we go. We're getting somewhere now. When in doubt, just rip it. But obviously be careful of the cards. Chuck the rubbish out of the way. Alright, so this one here is our display one. So it's sort of it's a thicker card when you compare it to this one. So you can see the difference between the two. So far this camera seems to be working really well for this. But anyway, we'll pop that down there. Pop her down there as well. And we'll go through the cards. One by one, so you can all have a look and see at this new set. And then once we're done here, because we've got 100 cards to go through, well, less than, however many, 100 take that many. We've got that many cards to go through, plus I've also got some boosters that we need to open. Just to give you a bit of an idea of what you might expect or what you might be able to find in this new set. Now, as usual, the cards themselves are all beautifully detailed. Why do I feel like, no, I thought that one was double-sided. Now what was I saying? Yep. As usual, the cards are all beautifully detailed, as we would expect from Magic the Gathering. They've all got nice little bits of fluff on them as well, or fluff or lore, I guess, whatever you want to call it. But it's always fascinating to see exactly how many different cards and how many different artistic pieces the artistic team at Wizards of the Coast are capable of producing. Like, I get one or two ideas in my head and that's it. I can't do any more. Whereas these guys are just constantly pumping out cards, and they're incredible. So just to reiterate, this is the pre-built, I forgot the name of it. This is a pre-built commander deck. I also can't find where I put, okay. Virtue and Valor. There we go. So pre-built Virtue and Valor deck. As you can see, I'm very professional. And of course, if there's any cards you want to stop and read, just pause the video. Pause the video, rewind for a sec, whatever you need to do to read the cards. course, if you do have any comments about any of them, drop them in the comment box below. I'll try and keep an eye on the YouTube channel so that I can read your comments, make sure that I'm responding to as many as possible. I do believe one of my previous unboxing videos, somebody did mention that by entering one of those codes on the previous unboxing, they actually got both decks worth of cards for Magic the Gathering Arena. So fingers crossed that's the case with this one as well. And if I do come across another one of those cards, I will, of course, show it on video so that anyone viewing this can have a chance at getting one of those cards, or one of those decks I should say. Looks like we're on land cards. Indeed we are. So we're going to go through these a little bit quicker, because as gorgeous as they are land cards, which, I mean, they're important to play the game. Oop, here we go, we've got a pirate, and then, yep, it is a double-sided one. So these are our double-sided token cards. Oh, there you go. They're different on each side. So it's the same pirate, but it's two different tokens on the other side. And then this one is another pirate, or just a human. We have a fairy, or another human. We have another fairy, or a sapling. Somebody will correct me. Another fairy, another one of those sapling things, another one of those, another one of those, and then we have a copy token. Represents a copy of something else, followed by a royal, or a virtuous. We have another copy, and we have another virtuous, or a monster in this case. So yeah, there you go. That was the commander deck. We'll move on to opening some of those booster packs we got. Alright, so I got the boosters all sorted out. So again, we've got the 6 set boosters and the 6 collector boosters. However, I forgot about this. So we're just going to quickly open this up. So if we pull it out, there is something else left in there. I'll get to that in a moment. But okay, so making this a lot more difficult than I need to. This is our life counter. So we spin the wheel. It tells us how many life we do or don't have, and it is reversible. So that if we do go above 20, to my knowledge, or at least when I used to play, you started with 20 health and generally you went down. Not everything, or not every deck could go back up. Mine could. And then this will take us all the way up to 40, I believe. Yes, 40, right, there we go. So that's our spin down counter. We then also have our deck box. So this one is specifically designed for the commander decks. If I can put this together on camera, flatten that down a little bit, square it off a little bit more, fold that over, and again, this is cardboard, so don't get it wet. Before I forget as well, I just noticed it does have the art on the box, and then the colouring is specifically designed for the commander deck that's in the box. So if you're buying pre-built stuff, you know that this one is going to contain those cards. Now, as a little bonus, this is the, I think this is the Collector Booster Sample Pack. Yes, it is. It says so on there. Oop, knock the camera again. This is now empty, as you can see. Maybe. There we go. It is empty. Otherwise, I just potentially ruined some cards. But no, I promise you it was empty. This one I'm going to open as a little bonus, because it is only a couple of cards in this one. This is only a sample. Interesting. It's like a kind of makeover montage for your commander deck. Oh, there we go. Discover the coolest cards. Scan here and learn where to find collectible treatments in Wilds of Eldraine. So there you go. Feel free to scan that. I don't know where it's going to take you. I'm assuming it's safe because it's from Wizards of the Coast. It'll be safe. Alright, so we got these two. I can try and make the camera focus on both of them. Again, that sort of seems to be following the fairy tale vibe, that one. Specifically, that one. This one, yeah, this one kind of does too. So there we go. Alright. We're going to pick some of these at random. Now, at this point in time, I'm not sure how long the video is going for. So I might do two of each. So I'm going to do this one, this one, this one, and we'll go with this one. The rest of these are going to be moved out of the way. Alrighty, so we have our two collector boosters, 15 cards in each, and our two set boosters, 12 cards in each. Now all of these do have a chance of having the rare, mythical, foil, borderless, fancy ones that everybody wants. Let's see if that can, might be a little bit hard to read. I certainly can't read it, but then I'm also looking at the back of the camera screen, so a little bit on the small side. But anyway, we're going to start with a collector booster, and then we are going to move on to this one, and then back to a collector booster, and then back to this one. Make sure I do them in order, otherwise feel free to comment. Okay, let's crack her open. Alright, no rippy things on this one that say tear here, so we just have to do it. Oh, yes there is. See, you should have pointed that out to me. I mean, I was just testing you. Yeah, that's, yep. Alright, so let's have a look, see what we've got in here. So most of the, or at least to my knowledge, most of the ones that come in these packs are foils, so they'll be shiny. And as I said, they have a greater chance of being borderless, like this one, but also foil and also alternative art. So we, once again, if I can make sure everything's in frame, have some absolutely gorgeous cards. I like that one. The colours on it are amazing. Alright, said we're going to open this one next. I already saw the rippy thingy on this one. Having said that, I still don't necessarily open them properly. I don't remember if they used to have the ripping things when I used to play. I think you just had to pull them open like a bag of chips. But we have a young hero and a royal. Whoop, I'm holding these upside down. I'm liking this. I haven't had to turn the camera off and on again. This is fantastic. So we've got a nice selection of cards from the different land types. Although I don't think, have I seen a blue one yet? There was a blue one in the shiny pack. Actually, I don't think I've seen a, maybe there was a red one in the shiny pack as well. Whoop. There we go. But I think these are, this one's called, what do we got? Leaping Ambush by Vincent Christians. Sorry if I said your name wrong there, Vincent. Alright, moving on to the next set booster. If I don't bump the camera again. Okie dokie, more shiny goodness. Oh, double-sided. I think I need to start turning these over to double check and see if they are double-sided or not. Because that seems to be something that I keep overlooking because I'm not used to having double-sided cards even after all these unboxing videos. Oh, there we go, we have a red one. And as I said before, if there's any that you want to read, just pause the video. Or get an idea of what's coming up. And then cycle back, watch the video again, and pause it on whatever card you want to see. Because hand gestures, hand gestures tell you what to do. Such as, there's a little rippy thingy there. And that was not helpful. Alrighty. Bring it closer so you can actually read it. Try and make this less awkward for myself. Another art card. This one's called what do we got? Beanstalk Worm by Aldo Dominguez. Again, I butchered that. I'm so sorry, Aldo. But there you go. Alrighty, so I was about to sign off, and I actually noticed. So this is a set booster that we got just on its own. Whereas these are set boosters that came in the bundle. There is a slight difference in the color of the packaging. So I'm also going to open two of these. We'll chuck that back over there because we don't need that at the moment. And we're going to open these up. Now, let me know in the comments if you can see the tear here thing, because I can't. So we're just going to go in the back way, which that seemed a lot easier than it has in the past. Alright, first one I've pulled up is the Edgewall Inn by Elena Dana. Apologies again if I butchered your name. But that is a treehouse and a half. Now onto the cards themselves. I mean, that technically, that is a card. That one. There was another card in the way. That technically is a card, but these are the gaming ones. Savior of the Sleeping. I think I need one of those. Sugar Rush. That I can't have anymore. Although I feel like that'd be a fun card to have in your deck. I didn't actually read it, but just the name of it. That's kind of cool. Interesting, interesting card. A shiny. Alright, so that was the first pack. We're now going to open this one, and again, let me know in the comments if you see a tear here on these ones, because again, I don't. Chuck that off to the side. Yeah, there's no cards in there. Alrighty. Oh, hello. So this one is called, what do we got? Ashlock, Wicked Manipulator by Serena Malion. Again, probably butchered, sorry. An Unruly Catapult. I like that. Scalding Viper and the red light from my camera. That one's hard to read, sorry. And there we go. Alright guys, thank you very much for joining us. I've been Melican from MKAU Gaming. I'd just like to thank the teams over at Double Jump Communications and Wizards of the Coast for sending us this lovely little care package. If you'd like to get your hands on these, head on down to your local gaming store and pick up a few, because as usual, they are some absolutely awesome cards. So yeah, thanks guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Let me know what your favorite card was. Alright, peace.